My name is Alec Waters and I was on my third tour of Afghanistan in November 2012 when I stood on an improvised explosive device. The explosion took off both my legs at the knee. A colleague wearing a head cam was there to capture the crucial minutes between the bomb detonating and the arrival of the Chinook helicopter, minutes where my life was hanging by a thread. It's only in the last few years that I've been able to watch the footage back, but now 10 years on, I'm going to try and describe what I went through on that fateful day. November the 29th, 2012, we was conducting a routine patrol to go and assist the Afghan police. So we'd come under fire. We weren't able to identify where the firing point was, and around that time, rules of engagement, we couldn't return fire, so we were kind of sitting ducks. Our intention was to peel off, get to a better point of cover. I think I was like the fourth man to peel off, and then that's where I stood and initiated the IED. There was just a thud, and I'm going through the air, and I thought, I cannot believe this is happening. You never think it's going to happen to you. I looked down at my legs and they just weren't recognisable. I was aware that, this was pretty serious, and I wasn't sure I was going to wake up on the other side of it. I got this intense feeling of tiredness and wanting to go to sleep. Obviously the lads kept me awake, and I've no doubt that they saved my life. The sound of that Chinook was just unreal. Although it's a loud, noisy beast, it was the best sound to me, because I knew that that was the best chance I had of getting out of there, getting home. The next thing I remember was waking up in intensive care. All my family surrounded me, which to me at the time I couldn't work out. I thought I was still in Bastion Hospital. I thought, how have they flown my family out here? But yeah, I was in Birmingham. It was very hard looking down the first time. I was physically different than what I was before. It was hard to accept that. There was no plan B for me. It was always the army for me. And having that cut short, you lose your purpose. When I was in intensive care, this veteran got in touch with me, World War II veteran. Back in 1943, he'd been to Normandy, Berlin in World War II, and been through injuries himself. And he just wanted to offer a few words of encouragement. I've still got the money he sent me to get a beer afterwards, but there's one line in this letter what particularly stuck with me in hospital. I assure you that when the wounds heal and the uphill struggle to regain independent mobility is easier, one gradually becomes aware of unsuspected blessings arising from a life-changing misfortune, demanding the 3 Fs, which is facing the future with fortitude. And I've never really spoke about it, but that's something that stuck with me ever since my days in the hospital. That's how you kind of live your life. You know it's going to be a bit more difficult, but it's your mindset you apply to it. So getting out of bed is a bit harder, but it's doable, and you can still have a good quality of life. And I don't think this man ever knows how much it meant to me, actually.
And he sent you a tenner to get a beer?
Yeah.
Then you'd never spent the money?
I felt like it had more sentimental value. But I don't know, maybe the time's coming where I can use that money and go and buy myself a beer. Whenever I tried to walk on prosthetics, it was so painful. I had pins in my legs which always sort of hindered my recovery. But I was reluctant to have them taken out in case it damaged the rest of the bone structure. But I had them taken out, and after that the pain levels got better, and I found myself being able to do more, and then I got fitted with some blades, and then all of a sudden I could walk 2 miles and then 3 miles and 4 miles, and things started to get better from that point. Because I'd not been able to go outdoors for so long, and I enjoy the countryside. And then what came with that is a passion for photography. It's given me that direction and drive. It's something I want to keep doing, keep getting better at. It's just me and the camera. I can just focus on one point, and then that's all that's going through my head. It takes your mind off everything. Just makes you feel great. From day one, sitting in a wheelchair next to a hospital bed, wondering where my life's going, to now living a good quality, active life. Yeah, I'm proud of the things I've done and, the journey I've come on. There's still a long way to go, but, I'm getting there. It's those 3 Fs, facing the future with fortitude. I think that applies to not just me, but anybody that's struggling. To the people that play the Veterans Lottery, I'd say keep playing. They might not see it, but the money goes towards people like me and does make a huge difference. If you want to help military charities and veterans like me, please play the Veterans Lottery.
Well done, mate.
That's nice.
Yeah, be good.
Man.